Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Waya's videos. We're taking a little departure this week, actually, as I explore Project Spark. It's in its beta, and I just got in on the Xbox One, and I'm having a great time. Here's a little maze I made. I'm calling it the Maze of Criff. Just to let you know, this is actually pretty accessible for most people. There is a learning curve when it comes to figuring out how to actually program AI and building your world, but this maze, which I'm actually quite proud of it only took me about a day to put together within the program itself, using the Xbox controller, not even using the keyboard and mouse, which seems so much easier when you're talking about a development tool. But it's fairly powerful. It's fairly simple to figure it out once you get going. You know, there is kind of a learning curve at the beginning when you're trying to figure out, okay, what the heck do I do? What is this all about? But as you start messing around with things, adding in signs, doing effects, morphing the terrain, you start to get a handle on how you can control the world. And quite honestly, this maze that I put together, it only took me about a day. And as you can see, it's got a good verticality. You can build up, build down, dig a hole, build a cave, whatever you want to do. It's got cool smoking lighting effects, real-time shadows. This was just really a demonstration of all the cool kind of things you could do with the system, and I really barely even scratched the surface. As you can see, this maze is fairly complicated because your game room, you can make it fairly large. In fact, I made it fairly large, and then I made it tall so I could add extra levels and put all this foliage in. And the great thing is, all the stuff you see, I still haven't really maxed out what I can use in a single level while I'm creating. I haven't even gotten into the Kinect recording, because that's one of the great things is if any of the models don't have any animations that you want to use, you can actually use the Kinect. It will motion capture you and play it to your model, save it as a recording, and then you can have it run as a script within the game. So like, if you wanted to come up across an NPC and when you talk to them they start dancing and they didn't have a dance that you wanted, you can record that live with the Kinect and have the model do it in game. I thought that was incredibly amazing. Also, you can have switches, trapdoors. As you can see, a few of the trapdoors, I'm still fiddling around with the AI on that. When they trigger, sometimes they're automatically open like that one, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to get it. Maybe it's a geometry issue, something within the game world that's triggering it, or I didn't set up the AI right. I got the fire to work, but again, right there, see, these trapdoors are just wide open. There's a few of them I have working, others not. You could set in NPCs, tell them what to say. You can put multiple pages on what they're going to say, so they can, and you can have it set up on variable triggers. So if the player picks up a certain item, they'll say one thing, but if they don't have that item, they don't say it. And here we actually made it to the very end of my maze. I haven't put it in the ending here yet. I got to think about how it's going to end. Here's just a little extra that shows side paths, because there's a lot of wrong paths in my maze and you can get easily lost. This is what I like to call the Goblin Dungeon. I do have some enemy characters down here, and you do run into them. They have their own walking paths down here, and they can detect you on sight or on sound. But right now, because an NPC fell down here, it kind of bugged it out. But they do put a priority on you once they do really get a lock on you. And as you can see, there's some geometry problems there with them stacking up. But otherwise, it's a pretty darn good game. I hope everybody has a good chance, and hopefully I'll see your creations in Project Spark soon.